Okay. Oh. Oh. Choopy. Choopy is looking at me like, why are you making those noises? All you've been doing is silently dancing to NSYNC all morning. Why are you suddenly speaking? Father, are you speaking to me? Is that what's happening? Is the meaning that I gained from looking Choopy in the eyes. He doesn't know what's going on. Hey boy, what a good boy you are. Good morning, everyone. It is a reasonable hour to be awake and streaming. Unlike the last time I was live. And I have a little bit more energy, a little more pep in my step, as it were. I do need to put my headphones in so I can hear sounds. Okay, good. The music is in fact playing. The music is in fact playing. Haha, welp. Oh, golly gee, happy. What is it, a Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. I think it's the last Wednesday of the month. Not to date the video, but this is November. Hello. Welcome, everyone. It is Christmas, and yet it is not yet Christmas. I just got a ping from my wife. The millisecond I go live, she says, hey, don't forget, it's fucking trash night. Yes, dear. Heart emoji. There we go. I definitely won't forget. I absolutely, under no situation, would I ever forget. Let me just check real quick. Good morning. Time to riot? Why riot? No. No rioting. Why would we riot? What's happened? What could possibly have brought us to the point where we need to riot? Unless you're about to inform me of something that I should have known but didn't. Why not? Honestly? Honestly. In the spirit of crimes, I think a nice bonding riot would be useful. Jokes like these always feel bad because there are, in fact, real world scenarios happening right now that may or may not be criminalized to speak out against in the near future in the United States. So it feels like, I know that there are actually things to riot about, but I have to pretend there aren't. For the sake of not immediately being a downer, I have to pretend there aren't. So let's just move away from this, I think. We here at Farmergadas are very anti-genocide. Let's just put it like that. Hello, I'm here, but I lurk and can't hear. I can't, you're here, but you can't hear. Cube time! Good morning, everyone. Cleanse God, Tegan, Blast Flight. Cube for me? No, the cube is for me. The cube is for me. The cube has always been for me. It will always be for me. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Aya. Ah, delicious. I have actual water this time, believe it or not. Oh, hold on. Is BQBot up? Okay, BQBot is up. Thank God. I didn't fuck that up too badly, but I did forget stream labels, which will be needed to... Ah, yeah, he did have a water drink. Amazing. All I heard was genocide before the commercial kicked in. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're just going to move on from that, I think. We're just going to move on from that. Speaking of moving on, let's go ahead and get the game up and going so we can do cube-type things, I think. Hello, everyone. Chat should not be showing up on screen right now. Are we playing Undertale? No. No such thing. I do want the donation goal to be appeared. There we are. There we are. Are we playing Undertale? No, we're not. Oh yeah, telling people to ask about your cube. Scandalous. What a private thing. Listen, my cube is large. It is noticeable. And I am very open about my cube. should people have questions. There's no shame in it. Ew. There's no shame in Uwu noticing my cube. All right? What if you didn't phrase it like that? If I didn't phrase it like that, it would be imminently less clippable. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I am in coding class, says Aya, so I mostly wish you well in your endeavor to do a mindless and tedious thing. Well, I also do a tedious thing. It's not that tedious. It's just, okay, now it's pretty tedious. But, everyone look. Everyone come up, come look. I mean, the stairs are taking a minute, but just come with me. Just up the stairs. There's a few more. Just one more flight. We do have to hop. I'm looking. Okay. Look. It's exactly as we left it, but we're almost done. Think about this. Just 3 months ago, we were building the frame and the walls and saying, oh, this will be easy. This will be over. We're so close. We're so tantalizingly close. It's not even funny. I think I would knock on wood if there were any wood nearby to knock on. It's all stone. But I think we might be 2 streams away from completing it, like this one and one more. Look at all those chickens. And has the cube been 3 months? Now, I am bad at math, as evidenced by my decision to agree to build this. But I do believe that it has been 3 months of nothing but cube. There was that one stream where I said, I don't want to do the cube, and I farmed instead. But aside from that, it has been nothing but cube for 3 months, and we're not even done. We're not even done. But yeah, how are we doing today, everyone? How is our Wednesday? I had a day yesterday with my beautiful wife. She was off work, and I was off work, so I planned nothing. I said, this will be great. We can cuddle in the bed. We can sit and watch Netflix. We can make lunch. We can be cute in the house that we own. It's going to be great. And my wife said, hey, we have a day off together, which means we need to deep clean the house. And I went, "Porqué?" And she said, because it's a fucking night. Choopy, can we not? Can we not? What are you even barking at? Oh. Is that a delivery? No, it's just it's an airplane going over. Choopy, it's aircraft. You can't bark to scare away the air. Well, as far as he's aware, he barked and then the sound went away. So he did successfully ward off a plane going overhead. Alert. Choopy is good at alerting. He's very good at alerting. Boy can't see for shit, but damn if he can still hear. He ain't deaf yet. Are you good, man? He's just standing in the middle of the room, waiting to make sure it doesn't come back. Okay. All right, Choopy. What a good dog you are. I'm proud of you. Come back to your bed over here. You're fine. God, what a weird dog. What a weird dog. I love him very much. What was I saying? So, we ended up deep cleaning the house. The floors look amazing. It smells much nicer. It's less mustier. Smells less of various animal. There was so much cat hair. There was so much fucking cat hair. Just everywhere. Just everywhere. Congratulations. Thank you. I am, however, fucking exhausted as a result of that. And now my beautiful wife is gone because she's back at work. She said, I feel like I completed something cleaning the house. And I'm like, yay. This was our one day off together. So you have to do decorating today so you can relate. Like, okay, so I am not a slob, right? But I very much have the ADHD, which means that like consistent, simple cleaning does not happen. The place gets cluttered to hell, and then you clean it all at once because you have to convince yourself to do the cleaning, and by the time you've done that, it's much worse than it was when you last saw it. So the house looks great, and it will look great for maybe a day, and then slowly but surely over the next month, it will accrue clutter.
We got day off, but we waiting to go for a tire rotation and oil change. So I have ADHD paralysis of waiting and can't do other things.
Yes. You have something to do in the middle of the day, which means half of the day is spent waiting for that thing to happen, because if you try and do anything else, you'll fuck up the thing you're waiting on. I completely understand. I completely understand. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Oh well. Yeah, You get it. You understand. You understand entirely. Let me see. What else has been going on? I will get into another task and be late. Right? Right? I've gotten slightly better with that. My new work schedule actually has kind of really helped with that, because now, so like I work a night job now. I'm actually a mid-shift technically, so it starts at 3. It's I usually go into work around 3 p.m. and I work until almost midnight, and then I go to bed. And somehow, despite shifting from morning job to night job, that somehow means that the time that I do have off, I'm able to do more with it. Like, it feels like, instead of waking up at the crack of dawn, working 8 hours, coming home and having the rest of the afternoon to myself, it always felt like, well, the day is over. The day is over after I have done my job. So now, my job starts later, and it somehow is more liberating, even though I have the exact same amount of free hours. It's like, oh, well, job has not started, therefore day has not started, therefore I can accomplish all these things without it affecting my day because day has not started. And then I go to work and it's like, this is entirely separate from everything that I've accomplished so far on this calendar date. And then when job is done, it's like, hey, day is literally done. There's no after work. I just go sleep and then day start tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but like psychologically, it just works out better for me. Case in point, you'll never guess what I've been doing in my free time. I'll give you 3 guesses. Chat, I'll give you 3 guesses. What do you think Gata has been accomplishing in the free time that he has? Oh, thank you for the veg. Tegan says Lego. No. No Lego. Now, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Why are you all guessing Lego? Wait a minute. I actually haven't been doing anything with Lego, to the point that my wife is concerned about me. No. It has to be something, well, not constructive, because that still implies Lego. Because I would. No. Surprisingly, well, not really surprisingly, the truth is, I ran out of money. I ran out of money for Lego. Oh no. I made the executive decision to spend 2 months worth of Lego budget on a single purchase so I could get something for free from the Lego store on Black Friday. So until that arrives, I have no money for Lego. But no, so it's not Lego. That's one guess. What's the other thing you want to guess, chat? What's your second guess? What has Gata been doing with his free time? Oh, you got Rivendell? No, I didn't get Rivendell. Also, how fucking expensive do you think? Oh, so you've been planning crimes for Lego money, writing your heartbreaker again. Tegan had to really quickly check social media and be like, well, what is this fucker been tweeting about? He always tweets about the nonsense he's on, so if I just keep up to date, with what he's posting, then I'll know exactly where his mind is. So I have not purchased Rivendell. What happened was, oh no, I remember what you tweet. Thank you, Tegan. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad that you are keeping up with the Goddessons. I just have to guess another thing first, or it's weird. Right. Tegan being like, haha, oh, you know, I'm just obsessed with you. No, not quite the same energy. I did not buy Rivendell. I actually am not a fan of Lord of the Rings. I actually have a deep-seated hate for Lord of the Rings. Not because of anything Lord of the Rings did, but because of my childhood traumas with my mother. See, my mother, who has yet to be diagnosed autistic, did this really weird, quirky thing where she would watch a specific set of movies in order over and over and over. So every night, she would watch, in order, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, and then every episode of the TV spy serial show, Alias. And then she would loop right back around to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This went on for literal years, only interrupted once by a watch through of the complete DVD collection of Smallville and the first 2 seasons of 24, after which she dropped it because in her terms, it was getting contrived. Mind you, this is the woman who watched like 7 seasons of fucking Alias. Back to back to back, multiple times over. It reached the point where I would have nightmares of Jack Sparrow, Jack Bauer, and whatever the fucking main character's name of Alias was, causing explosions. Contrived. Listen, don't look at me. I don't know. So now the OST to the Lord of the Rings is like a sleeper agent activation message for me. It puts me into a rage. I'm sorry.
Emotional damage.
Very much that. I'm very sorry. Whatever the name of the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings is. I'm sure your book is great. I am sick and tired of watching the movie adaptation, so we're good. We're good. All good. Yeah, you get it. So no, I have not gotten Rivendell. It's a nice looking set. I'll give them that, but I don't care enough about Middle-earth to actually spend that much money on Lego. No, so what I did pick up was actually my birthday present. My beautiful wife said, hey, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. However, I don't know how to get it because ordering Lego online scares me. So you just buy it. Happy birthday. And I said, cool. Do you mind if I wait until Black Friday when I'll get like Lego points for it, and I can also use it to get like free Lego because they'll have deals and such? And she goes, yeah. So I go and I buy it. Let the Lego heads guess. Okay, sure. What?
Are you going to get that? No? Then I guess it's up to me.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening. To whom am I speaking? The farmer is a little busy right now. Can I take a message? The 1970s called. They said they would like their timely references back.
Wow! I actually don't know a whole lot about 1970 pop culture. That was when disco was popular, right? Because like it was cringe to like disco in the 80s. Even though, good job, Henbert! Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so I guess my first question should be, how much do you think my monthly Lego budget is? Like, give me a ballpark what you guys are imagining my monthly Lego budget is, and I'll hot and cold you up or down. Because if you think I bought Rivendell, and that was 2 months worth of Lego budget. I don't know, $100? You're cold. Like $50. Tegan hit it right in the head. I only let myself buy like $50 worth of Lego every month. I keep it down low. Because primarily, I don't buy new sets primarily. Primarily, I'm so smart and remember things. Thank you, Tegan. It's almost cheating at this point. Primarily, my Lego budget is for buying parts, old parts for sets that I'm working on. So, like, I'm working on Rock Raiders. I'm working on fucking Johnny Thunder Adventurers, right? I'm working on Lego Castle 2000, Knight's Kingdom rather. So like I'm just getting bits and pieces here and there from different stores. A Bricklink kink. Well, don't call it a kink. And also I use Brick Owl, you uneducated swine. It's slightly more expensive per piece, but it's mostly the same stores. And also the money doesn't go back into Lego's pocket because they have an unfair monopoly on the aftermarket of their own product, which only they are able to produce. So, but no, so I only have like $50 that I give myself to buy Lego a month. Sometimes I'll push it to 60. Sometimes I'll be like, well, I only spent 40 last month, so I can afford to spend 70 this month, right? Like, you know, it's Brick Owl. I'll have to check there. I prefer Brick Owl to Bricklink. It doesn't have the same sort of interactivity, and you need third-party tools to like convert wish lists from one to the other. If you use Brick Studio a lot, gotta math, very much gotta not knowing how numbers work. And rationalizing his own financial decisions. But no, so the set that my beautiful wife bought me is $100. It came out this year, and it's not Sonic. So I'll let those of you who know take one last stab. It's not the Hocus Pocus house, although that is a pretty nice set. Again, if I were at all a big fan of Hocus Pocus, but I'm not. This is probably... Go away. This is probably egregious for me to say, but I think the original movie was just okay. I understand why it wasn't popular when it came out, and I understand why it became a cult classic, but I'm not a big fan of it. But I then had to advance. I had to spend an additional $80? Yeah, an additional $80 in order to get over the threshold. Was it the Space Lego reissue? It was not the Space Lego reissue. As much as I appreciate Space Lego, I cannot get into Classic Space. Like, I'm already into a specific subset of Lego Castle, which is super expensive on its own. I can't also decide that I like Classic Space. I am keeping that at arm's length. But God, if those old spacemen aren't cool. Now, to put you all out of your misery, it is the Winter Village release of the Alpine Lodge, the Alpine Cottage that my beautiful wife has decided to get me for my birthday. The first of hopefully many Winter Village sets. I can't believe none of you thought Winter Village. Do you not know me? You were about to say, sure, Blast Flight. Sure, Blast Flight. It is a good one. It's a very good one. I'm super excited for it. I'm super duper excited for it, especially since my plan is actually to de-winterize the Winter Village sets and then make them part of my standard Farm Village display. So then I just add snow and decorations to my village. I keep it up year round. You had to look at the price charts. Fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. But no, the Winter Village is very much what I am getting for my birthday. And since I needed to boost it up like $80 in order to get the free Winter Village set, which is a Winter Village market stall, I had to purchase a couple of things. I got it was on sale for Black Friday, so they were only $10 each. I got the Lego Nutcracker build. It's a big Nutcracker statue. I got the Lego gingerbread kit, where you make Lego gingerbread cookies and then use Lego to decorate them, which is so good. Ah, so good. And I also picked up Santa's Sleigh, which was $40, which was kind of a bit of a jump from the $10 that I was buying things. But it comes with 4 reindeer, which are big molds, which are kind of expensive on the aftermarket. It looks like you only need to swap out the roof and the base plating. For the most part, yeah. The roof, the base plating, some of the details in the ceiling, which are meant to be like holiday decorations, I'll need to remove those. That sort of thing. Like, it's not a difficult translation between Christmas and, you know, the rest of the year. Also, I'm from Maine, so like the vague like 50s aesthetic of the architecture matches what I remember of living in the Christmas tree state, you know, the place where they grow pine trees for Christmas. So it very much matches my nostalgia for the holiday season. So I should have no problem converting it into non-Christmas year-round. The reindeers rock? They do. They very much do. But they're expensive. So getting 4 of them for essentially $10 each and also an entire sleigh build is like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. The thing is, I wanted to get, what I planned on buying was my birthday gift. And also the, my Christmas set this year is the Viking Village. The Viking Village is a good fucking set. I'm not into collecting Vikings, which is why I didn't plan on getting it, but just like how it's built and what it contains is like, damn Lego. Damn Lego. Okay. No, I can get behind this. I'll support this. But yeah, no, my plan was to buy the Advent calendar for this year. Because I have bought the Advent calendar from last year. I own that. You're planning on using it for general fantasy. Good enough. Good enough. But they were sold out. On Black Friday, they sold out of this year's Advent calendar. And I'm so upset about it. Because that was like $40 right there. Like that was like the majority of my plan. So I had to get something else. My Christmas set was an off-brand snow cabin I found at an Amazon return store for cheap. Congratulations, Captain Comic Geek. Off-brand Lego is something that I haven't touched yet. Not because I'm like a Lego purist, but mostly because like the scale for some of the off-brand Lego won't work with the regular Lego. Which Advent calendar? Oh, the City Advent calendar. I'm not interested in Lego Friends. I'm not interested in picking up any of the Marvel stuff. So I just got the 2022 City Advent calendar, and I wanted to get the 2023 City Advent calendar. But c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I'm still not sure how I want to go about it. I want to use the Lego Christmas sets as some form of content, but I don't know if just opening them on stream would be interesting, or if I should invest in doing something more long form, like a series of TikTok speed builds. But then I'm like, do I really want to sit and edit me building Lego and put it on TikTok? I don't know. Doing a build feed? Possibly. You got to see the ones listed as brick complete. Even then, they make wild pieces sometimes. You mean brick compatible, right? Fair. I'm in a weird spot as a creator right now, and when I get back to talking about writing my Heartbreaker, I'll probably go into it more. I'm not at a point where I'm like, it's time for me to close the chapter on my life, but I'm definitely at a point where I'm like, the changes I'm making aren't working, so I need to change my ideals for content creation or my approach to content creation entirely. This is not Gata having another mental breakdown about being a VTuber, but it's more like, I'm turning 32. I said compatible. You read complete. Drink your coffee. Oh, I did. I absolutely did. Well, it's fine. It's fine. The thing is, and this is not an excuse, more explanation. My eyes are completely attached to my my Minecraft window. I am not, because I have chat showing up as a pop-up right now. I'm reading that and only looking at chat if the message goes away before I can complete it. So I sped read a moving object on my screen in my peripheral, and I didn't check the stable chat via OBS. So that's on me. That's on me. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, content creation. I'm in a weird spot with it. So when I first was buying my Christmas Lego, it was with the full intention of setting up an area for photography, of doing the RR Slugger kind of thing, right? Not that all of you will know what I'm talking about. If you are interested in Lego at all, please go look up RR Slugger. Love that man to death. Holy shit. What a good guy. I mostly end up participating in deep philosophical conversations on his Discord, on his paid patron Discord, that has nothing to do with Lego. The other day we talked about how historical religions evolve from basic myths and how the modern Bible is essentially fan fiction. And then it devolved into Twilight and whether or not Twilight was ever any good. And this poor man, this poor middle-aged man in Canada just wants to talk about bricks. And the Slugger people are on his Discord being like, but what if we discuss society's ills? You know? What if? What if we did? My phone just went off, so give me a moment. Oh, an old friend said this just came up in my Facebook memories today. Oh no. The Christmas Twilight was in fact never good. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. The what year is it? 2019. When I tried to do pre-made holiday-themed video content with my friend Taylor, that we did a Christmas ornament hunt map where we had to go around and find all the different Christmas ornaments to complete puzzles. I'm mid-ad, so I don't know if you're arguing, but just suffer and assume. Just pretend you know what I'm arguing, and then make up a counter argument. Straw man me, baby. But no, my friend just messaged me being like, Facebook reminded me of when we were on like the commercial trail, the ad trail, to get people to watch our multi-part video series of us doing a Minecraft Christmas-themed puzzle map. Ah, memories. Ah, memories. Someone who was listening, complete my thought for me. Or remind me what my thought was so I can complete it. Or this will be just another trail that I leave in my path to Cube. I just open my mouth and things come out at this point. I don't really know why you guys find this entertaining. I think, okay, so I brought up my Heartbreaker, which then moved into Lego, which then moved into my experience with content creation, which will loop back around eventually. But before we get there, originally I did plan to make a number of like short form recordings so that I could, in the days leading up to Christmas, play them on stream, and also kind of do basic prep for my eventual video revisit of the Lego Knights Kingdom theme. However, Lego Knights Kingdom is more expensive for me to collect than anticipated. So that's going to be held off until I actually own every set in the series. Love Knights Kingdom. Which one, Blastflight, holds you at gunpoint? Which one? Because if it's the one I think you're talking about, that's not the one I'm covering. both. Slowly lowers the gun. I'll let you live. For now. No, my intention is only to cover Knights Kingdom 1, because I don't have much to say about Knights Kingdom 2 that other people haven't already said. Just go watch Cheesy Studios videos on the topic. I don't have anything else to really say. But Knights Kingdom 1 does not get much love, and I am very quickly falling in love with it. My own nostalgic opinion of the series, as being a target audience member when it came out in 2000, is quickly coming to a genuine appreciation for what it was and what it failed to be, what it tried to be, what it thought was needed, and where it went wrong. I'm very, very quickly coming to have a greater appreciation for it. I almost have the main castle built. That's where I'm at. I almost have the main castle built. And hopefully, by the summer of next year, of 2024, I'll have broken ground on recording video for a proper review of the series and my break into YouTube content. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yes, moving away from LEGO, I have started working on my Heartbreaker again, my TTRPG. I have officially, well, you know what? I have to wait for December to actually hit. But I have officially not released a new original game in 2 years. I have not released anything playable, marketable, or interesting in 2 calendar years. This is, of course, if you don't count the free fan game PDF of Chaos and Control, which I personally do not. I personally do not consider that to be a complete game. And even if I did consider it to be a complete game, I released that in June of 2021, I believe. So, no, June of 2022. So at the very least, it's been 1.5 years since I released anything that could be considered a role-playing game. And I actually did like a big write-up on Tumblr last night about the history of my Heartbreaker, what it tried to be, what I wanted it to be, and what it eventually became. And I've pulled it back up. I've started a new document. I've pasted some stuff over, and I'm working on it again. And it's, I don't know. I'm at a weird state with it, where it's technically playable, but it needs more content in it to make it worth anybody else's time to read. I could and would run it right now, but I would also need to write a bunch of shit for other people to be able to tilt their heads and go, like, oh, I know what's going on here. I understand. Knights Kingdom 1 was your first LEGO sets. Knights Kingdom 1 was not my first LEGO sets, but it was one of the first big LEGO sets that was purchased for me. Actually, technically, Knights Kingdom was purchased for my sister. I was purchased... Oh, hold up. Let's make sure that's right. Open streaming. Sono just joined on. I was purchased LEGO Adventurers Dino Island sets that Christmas. I got the lab, and I got the lab, the Dino Lab, and I got the Dino Trapper set. My sister got the Knights Kingdom Castle, and one of the I think the big bad guy set where they have the siege machines. We got those. Of course, eventually my sister was like, I don't want to play with these anymore, so I ended up achieving them. Dino Island. Ooh, the lab. Ooh, Trapper. So good. Dino Island is something that I do intend to collect afterwards, not for any video purposes, but just because I fucking loved Dino Island. I love Johnny Thunder. Johnny Thunder is absolutely my problematic fave, because it does play on a lot of really racist archaeological tropes that started with Indiana Jones, and does glorify the looting of another culture. But I had nostalgia for it because when I was a kid, it was like, hey, he's Johnny Thunder. He goes to the places. He fights the supernatural. He brings things back to put in a museum. This is morally okay. And now I'm like, oh, actually, hey. Actually, hey. Want something kind of fucked up, right? So in the Adventureverse series, right? The main crew of the Adventureverse series is there is a treasure somewhere. And Johnny Thunder is the good guy who wants to get the treasure before the bad guys get the treasure. Because he'll put it in a museum, which is preferable to the bad guys selling it for money. As opposed to just leaving it where the fuck he found it. And so the race is between the good guy and the bad guy to steal something before the other one can. But there's always like a third party who's like the rightful owner of the artifact. And they're always portrayed as like supernatural and spooky. And they just want to keep their stuff where it is. The cube is nearly complete. Hello, Cap. Hello, hello. So like, that's fine.
Oh, hello, Captain Hurricane. I hope you brought me lots of seeds.
Welcome in, Cap. Took a drink there. But with Dino Island, the good guys want to research and then release the dinosaurs because holy shit, living dinosaurs, we want to know everything about them. So they're on a catch and release program, whereas the bad guys want to create Jurassic Park. They want to steal the dinosaurs, bring them to the mainland, and then profit off of them. So for the first time in 3 full waves, there is an objective good to what Johnny Thunder and the Adventurers are doing. They're not trying to remove the dinosaurs from their habitat. They want to study the dinosaurs in their natural habitat. And stop the bad guys. They never did state which museum he gave them to. It depends on what you consider to be canon to the lore of Johnny Thunder, because there's many conflicting canons. There's many conflicting multimedia bits and pieces. But it is implied that while Johnny Thunder operates out of Australia, Dr. Kilroy and the museum that all of their findings eventually are delivered to are in Britain. So it would be the British Museum. Take that as you will. So okay, so the entire crew of Dino Island is that Johnny Thunder is preventing the bad guys from taking the dinosaurs away from their natural habitat, which is great. However, the lore is continued in sets like what is it, Pharaoh's Wrath or Pharaoh Quest or something like that, where Johnny Thunder's grandson or kid, I don't remember which one it is, goes back to Egypt to stop an evil pharaoh from mind controlling the world. So we know that Johnny Thunder has a kid who has his own sets and his own lore, and that lore then ties into the collectible minifig lore. I believe his character is named by name by one of the collectible minifigs. Okay? One of the collectible minifigs, back when they gave those minifigs explicit lore dumps on the LEGO website, mentions that as a zoo veterinarian, they have to be prepared for all sorts of things, including alien animals and the dinosaurs that Johnny Thunder brought back from Dino Island. It is Lego canon that after stopping Sam Sinister from kidnapping these innocent dinosaurs and bringing them back to the mainland, Johnny Thunder then kidnapped some innocent dinosaurs and brought them back to the mainland. Like, it is Lego canon that there are Dino Island era dinosaurs living in a zoo in the titular Lego city. John, my dude, my guy, why? You had one job. It's whatever. It's Jonathan Chen. Maybe don't word it like that. I blame Pippin Reed. So you do know that Johnny Thunder, Dr. Kilroy, and Pippin Reed are all getting remakes. Pippin Reed's new design appears in the Orient Express train set coming out. And Dr. Kilroy has been confirmed to appear in one of the new city modular sets, the Lego City Museum. So now we actually are going to have a set of the museum that Johnny Thunder, the Jungle Explorer, donates his finds to. We haven't had any, there's nothing on Harry Kane. We know that Baron Von Barron is not going to get a redesign because he canonically dies. He's haunted by the Pharaoh from the original Adventurers line and fucking dies. As does his top-hatted friend, old Slyboots. Lego is wild, guys. Lego is wild. But yeah, I do intend to collect and display the original Johnny Thunder Dino Island sets. Baron Von Barron absorbed Sam Sinister. Not quite as the original Sam Sinister, the top-hatted guy. His corpse is found in the Haunted Mansion set, which is Sam Von Barron's home. So Slyboots existed and then was left to die. It's a little dark. It's a little dark. The Disney Haunted Mansion? No. It was a series of modular sets that Lego released that was part of a carnival theme. And one of the rides they released was called a Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion itself was actually a converted home of the character from the Lego Adventurers line, Baron Von Barron, which included a whole bunch of Easter eggs to past Lego sets, as well as like canon confirmation of the Baron's final fate. He was haunted by the Pharaoh of the Regau Ruby until it drove him insane. He then tried to use dark magics and technology from the Alpha Team villain Ogle to summon beings from the other side in a direct call to Cthulhu way, and succeeded. He summoned a pair of ghosts that still haunt his house to this day, and it's implied they killed him.
That's where I came from.
That's where you came from? The other side of the Call of Cthulhu? Okay. Honestly, not surprised to learn that the talking hedgehog is in fact some sort of demonic otherworldly presence. A little disappointed, but not surprised. But not surprised at all. I just realized that I'm really fucking hungry. Adorable. Thanks. Oh, that was supposed to be Henbert coming from there, but fair. No. See, as we know from deep D&D Forgotten Realms canon, Tentacle monsters and hell beasts are completely different. They come from different areas. Please don't confuse them. They are entirely separate. Oof, I am not going to have enough cobble in my stores to complete this today. I'm going to have to actually go mining for more cobble. God damn it. God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. At no point did I say this would be easy, except for all the times that I said this would be easy. We are so tantalizingly close, though. Once it's finished, you need to make this a roadside attraction. I mean, we're gonna start a cult and, like, sacrifice people. So, I don't know if roadside attraction is going to quite... Oh, hey, actually, speaking of religious cults and roadside attractions, did you hear that a flood destroyed the Noah's Ark experience? Y'all know about the Noah's Ark experience? It was a recreation of the Ark to the specifications laid out in the Bible, where there was a walk-through attraction with multiple statues of animals as imagined would exist on the Ark. Yeah, no, I haven't read the full interview. I just saw like a screenshot of it. I just saw a screenshot of the article about it. But these people, like, included dinosaurs? They believe that dinosaurs were on the Ark. So, like, you walked through this Ark, and it had, like, a depiction of, like, the Garden of Eden, and the serpent talking to Eve, and like, a raptor was there. These are the people who believe that until the original sin happened, all animals were herbivores. So T-Rexes and Triceratops not only existed together, but the young Earth creationists. Yeah, those fuckers. So fucking wild. These are the people. Okay. All right. Okay. I was reminded of this recently. Yippee! Did you know that there is a vocal minority of evangelical creationists who firmly believes that the hadrosaur, you know, the guy with like a trumpet on his face, could breathe fire? They firmly believe that all historical references to dragons were in fact humans existing in the same time frame as the hadrosaur, and also that the trumpet-like appendage on their face was actually a holding cell for two different kinds of liquids that, when combined, would ignite and allow them to breathe fire to ward off predators. Anyway, the Ark they built was flooded and destroyed. It was apparently not waterproof. A flash flood actually wiped the whole damn thing away. It did not float. And yeah. Mazel tov, I guess. I don't fucking know. Fucking wild. What's really upsetting, and I am not the first person to say this, is that if you listen to, like, the world building and lore that the flat earthers and young earth creationists firmly believe, it's some dope ass fantasy shit. Like, just the concept of the ice wall. It's a great fantasy world. And you can't do anything with it for fear of legitimizing actual flat earthers. It's like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Oh well. Now that we've pissed off all of the many, many creationists who are still in my audience. How's it going, everybody? Are you having a nice Wednesday? I know Cap joined us a bit later than everyone else. All of them mooning this. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. You guys want to know what's a good damn show? What's a good damn video you should watch that also has biblical references in it that makes more sense if you grew up in the culture? The Amazing Digital Circus. I am more normal than most, but also not very normal about The Amazing Digital Circus, which you can watch on YouTube for free right now. It's good. There is, Glitchworks specifically is putting out some very good animated. Your friend storyboarded that. Fuck yeah! And, you know what? That's right. I knew that about you. I knew that about you, Hurricane. How silly of me. Pomni is good. I really like it. I took one look at Jax and went, that is a Tumblr sexy man. Put that man in a maid suit. And then within a week, it was real and official, and they did. And I'm like, fuck yes. Finally. What everyone has been waiting for. Yep. I really hope we get a continuation. It'll obviously be like 6 months before we even hear them starting on a continuation. But I am excited. I am interested. I want to see where it goes. Adventuring a bank. Adventuring a bank. Keep up, Pomni. It's true. It's true. However, my absolute favorite character has to be Kinger. Oh, I love Kinger so much. I love Kinger so much. Did you encounter a game show in there? Oh, God. It's not even like a full 40-minute video, but just the tiny amount of screen. Oh, hey. Hello, Rocky. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about The Amazing Digital Circus. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? It's just very, very good. You need to watch it again? Honestly? Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah, you do. I just wanted to remind you that Born of Red is coming out next week. Oh, that's true. That's true. I spent all my money, though. I don't have money for a video game. And also, I need to finish playing the video games I promised I would play. Which, by the way, is something that I do. I hear that, brother. Yeah, I spent it all on Lego. I spent it all on Lego. But yeah, Good Morning Gata went over pretty well, for those of you who were here to experience that the other day. The only person who didn't seem to like it very much, and gave me feedback that I do really appreciate, was my roommate. Because I streamed at 8 a.m. Yeah. And did not take into account, because normally he's up by 8 a.m. So I was like, this should be fine. Did not take into account the fact that it was his 1, day off, and 2, a late night. So he very gently but firmly said, please do not stream before 9 a.m. And I said, oh, okay. I apologize profusely. Because it was a very selfish move of me to just assume and not discuss it with anyone. I just went, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do this. And my roommate said, hey, I do pay money to live here. So what if you didn't? I was like, yeah. Give me one moment, everyone. I just needed to do... I just remembered, oh, the sun is up, the windows are open, I have to turn off the heat now to try and save some money. The house will naturally stay at this temperature for the rest of the day. Fingers crossed. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my roommate. So, with that in mind, I am for sure going to be moving the Mario Sunshine 100% star run to Good Morning Gata. Well, okay. All right, listen. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. I built that. Lol, silly me. So both the Mario Sunshine and Kirby. Remember when we played Kirby for a stream? Those are going to be going to the Good Morning Gata segment. Rhombus Moon, yes. Rhombus Moon, Rhombus Sun. It's square. Well, you can't really tell because of how fucking... Here, can you see? Can you feel the sunshine? You see the edges there? The sun is also rhombus. It's just very bright. It does brighten up my day. Good. I'm glad. Kirby, you're not supposed to look directly at the sun, Gata. Ah, Gata, no. Too late. It's too late. But yeah, so those are gonna be moving to Good Morning Gata. Along with my playthroughs of Sonic, obviously. I used Sonic as a test run, so now we have to finish Sonic. Like, come on. We have to finish Sonic, right? Right.
Papa, please do not burn your retinas out.
Have you looked at me lately? My eyes are all retina. Do you see any whites on there? There's some shine, but that's it. We're actually so close to the end that I can literally just finish breaking this down. Oh my god, we're 6 layers away. Someone calculate that. 64 by 64 by 6. How many more pieces of cobblestone do we need? Obviously, this ignores the fact that the outer layer has been done, and we have been doing some minor additions. That's right, Rocky. 24,576. Now, calculate 64 by 64 by 64 to compare how much we had to start with. That's the correct number. 206. We started with 262,144 blocks, and now we're down to only 24,000. I was paid $20 for this, and I just gotta say, don't do this. Never. I don't care if you think it's funny. Don't ever do this. Ever. You were kinda robbed, bro. You're 90-ish% done. Oh, that makes me, oh God. Cannot believe this. Oh. Just remember, if you guys give me $500, I will then have to completely cover the cube in gold. Farmer Mason gotta. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm really fulfilling my role on this server. I feel like I made promises to people that are not being kept. For a mere 500 USD, you too can put a farmer back in the building again. Put a field of corn on top of the cube. Amazing. Can you hydroponic in Minecraft? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, hydroponic. Hydroponic the hedgehog. I don't know what that means. Farm without dirt. No. Sadly, there are specific blocks you need to have underneath crops to make them grow. Limitation of the game. I'm sure someone could mod it in, but like, I don't know why you would. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we could hollow this whole thing out again and make it a giant aquarium in which crops are grown. Just cycle the water out and call that good. But no, sadly. Sadly, that is not an option. So we are getting low on cobble. So here's what I think I'm gonna do, right? I think once we run out of cobble, I'm gonna go set up the auto mining, and then we'll all sit here in silence while I go get a sandwich. And then I'll come back and the podcast shall resume. You know? What's something you guys have always wanted to hear my opinion on? It's been funny watching other people's streams on this server and how the cube renders as they go near it. Oh man, it's gonna be great when it's done. There's gonna be like multiple lava flows. There's going to be like, there's just gonna be a whole bunch of shit. I still haven't added like the sides to the bridge. I still haven't added like the stuff holding the bridge up. There's just so many details I want to add to the cube that it almost makes it worth it that I haven't done anything else this season. This series has done nothing but me collecting and placing cobblestone. Truly a 2001 Space Odyssey moment. This will be my legacy, whether I like it or not. Lego series you want to use for your display. It's a great prelude, right? All of this has just been leading up to where I actually play Minecraft. All of this has just been the before story that you had to watch before you actually saw me play Minecraft. I intended to make like redstone farms. I wanted to get automation. I wanted to like build up my entire village, but no. Blastflight asks, Lego series you want to use for your display. So I absolutely want Rock Raiders, right? I love me some Rock Raiders. I am a handful of pieces away from having a complete granite grinder, a hover scout, and what is the water-based vehicle? I very rarely use those. I very barely need to use the water vehicles when I play Manic Miners. I generally go for upgrading the hover scouts to have drills on them. But I'm very close to that. And I want to convert the inside of one of my shelves into like a full cave system for the Rock Raiders characters to be interacting with. I want to build a slimy slug. I already have like some spiders and some snakes and some scorpions to fill out the area. So I got to get a bunch of gray pieces in all 4 gray variants. I must add some burps, some lerps, and make a scene that looks like the inside of my bookshelf is a cave system in which the Manic Miners are actively working. So there's that. I'm also a big fan of Fright Nights. So my plan is, right? I like Fright Nights as a concept, but their builds are abysmal. So I'm probably not going to actually like collect the original sets. What I am going to do is get Basil the Batlord, Willow the Witch, and their dragon, naturally. And what I want to do is once I do my review of the Knight's Kingdom Castle, I want to use King Leo's Castle as a base and expand it so that the other characters from the other LEGO Castle themes have their own spaces. So I want Magisto to have his own tower. I want Willa to have her own lookout, her own landing space for her dragon ship. I want Basil to have his own Night Lord's Keep attached to King Leo's castle. Like that sort of thing, right? So I do want to have a castle display, which is just me fan fiction cobbling all this stuff about LEGO Castle that I think is cool together into a single large or expansive build. I also kind of want to build like a little town around the castle. Nice. Yes, thank you. Let me do a stretch real quick. Good Lord. I want to build the Sherbert Forest, which is the Dark Forest, by the way, for the Forestmen to be in. I want the Forestmen, the Dark Forestmen, and the Bulls to all exist in the same area. So the Bulls will have their encampment. Oh, well, thank you. I want to have, I don't know if I'm gonna have like a table's worth of this, but I do want to have like an internal lore for my LEGO castle, which is kind of like what other people do with their LEGO castles. There's an entire subsection of YouTubers that all they do is show off what they built and then explain how it ties into their personal LEGO castle world lore. And a lot of people are like, yes, I want to listen to you tell me about your Blorbos for 40 minutes. Wolfpack? Ooh, I hadn't thought about Wolfpack. Honestly, Dark Forestmen and Wolfpack are kind of one and the same in my opinion, like in terms of like world building. They fit the same niche. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It depends. My primary focus is on the generics, right? Also, what I've been doing, I don't have a camera to show you this, but I've been collecting one of every classic LEGO head. To me, a classic LEGO head is any face print that has no eye shine to it. So I've got Qui-Gon Jinn, I've got the original baby Anakin Skywalker, I've been picking up some Ice Planet 2002 heads, I've got a couple of the LEGO Ninja Castle heads, and I plan on using them as peasants and NPCs for my builds. I have purchased a sticker set and a recreated sticker set for the Leo Knights and the Bull Knights shields and flags. So I'm going to be using recreations to like army build a larger army. I've also purchased, and this is gonna be wild, there were 2 children's books released for LEGO Knights Kingdom back in 2000. And the images on the inside were created by Data Driven Interactive, or DDI, which is the same team that made the Rock Raiders video game and books. So they created these books using 3D renders, the lifeless eyes. It has to be. It has to be the classic smiley face look. So they use whatever graphics they had to expand the world of Knight's Kingdom and include extra characters. So I plan on trying to recreate those original characters and include them in my Knight's Kingdom based world. So yeah, I've got big plans. I've got big plans for that. And I can't make content off of it until I have the original sets. I am slightly insane. I know. But LEGO is fun. Obviously, I need to have a Sonic the Hedgehog shelf. Sonic the Hedgehog shelf is Not really a work in progress. I just know that I am going to purchase every single Sonic set they ever release. That's just the reality of it. So, what I plan to do is buy all the Sonic sets and then use the pieces of the Sonic sets to put together a single diorama of all the Sonic sets. Stuff like the Shadow the Hedgehog set will most likely be used for parts. I'll keep his bike intact, but everything else will be used for parts. The Knuckles mech that we've seen the leak of, that will absolutely be used for parts. But stuff like the Loop-de-Loops, the Green Hill Zone inspired scene builds, Tails' Workshop, that stuff will remain intact, and I'll expand upon it to make a full shelf's worth of display pieces. So, that's the plan. And then, as much as I hate to say it, come March, there will be Animal Crossing sets. And you know I have to buy all the Animal Crossing sets. You know I have to buy the Animal Crossing sets. What I might end up doing is include the Animal Crossing sets in my basic farm village sets and just have the Animal Crossing characters exist within that space. I don't know. I have lots of things that I would like to do, but it's also very, very expensive. It's also very, very expensive. The Nook set. Yeah, the Nook set alone. It depends how I feel about them. You know, until I have the builds in my hands, I won't know if I actually like them or not. I have bought sets for the pieces they contain, not for the builds that you're supposed to make with them. Like, I've bought the 4+ barn set that came out for Lego City year before last. And like, I don't know what I expected, but it very much was not a set for me, as I am not 4 years old. I worry that the actual builds of the Animal Crossing set are going to be the same thing for me, where I buy them for the prints and the minifigures, and then the actual builds, they just go into pieces and I shove them in my drawer and I only use them for other mocks. But we'll see. We'll see. Same. You get it. You get it. So even though I have a barn, I still need to figure out what my barn is going to look like, because like hell am I using that barn? You know what I mean? Once I build, I'm pretty certain the Alpine Lodge that I'm getting for my birthday is going to remain the same, maybe with some details moved around, but that's going to stay the same. The cozy house that I bought, I need to fix up and make it look a little more rustic. I think changing the colors of the roof is a must. What'll probably happen is I'll probably use the pieces of the barn set to extend the cozy house, because the white walls match. And then make that be like the main house that Farmer Gata, my Lego version, lives in. I'm still waiting on, and this is, in the case you're listening, this is not me trying to rush you. I'm still waiting on the artist that I contacted to make the decals for Lego Farmer Gata to get back with me with the design. They have been in communication with me, and I've told them there's no rush, but that is still in the works. I did, however, recently get a pair of hollow 1x1 round reddish-brown studs, and then used a knife to cut them hot dog-wise, so I could use the plastic from the upper round as cuffs for the wrists of my Lego Farmer Gata. So now, instead of his hands being oddly red, he is visibly wearing gloves, and I'm very happy about that. Very, very, very happy about that. It was the only, like, Lego Gore illegal building technique I wanted to use outside of the hat, where I did shave down another hair piece and then Gorilla Glue it to a hat piece that I then painted. So actually, never mind. The whole thing has kind of been illegal. Lol. Illegal techniques, yes. Yes, there is a long laundry list of do's and don'ts that the LEGO company cannot use to make builds. So since they're not allowed to use them, some people in the LEGO community view them, is it just the ring tech? It's literally just it's literally just adding a ring around the wrist of your LEGO character to make it appear more three-dimensional. That's all it is. I think we might be on the last bit of cobble here, which is good, as I am a little peckish. You know what? I might actually just do the cobblestone podcast early. Welcome back to the Cobble Pod, everyone. Oh yeah, actually, no, that was it. That legitimately just was it. All right, well. All right. Let's take all of our Emmer dudes here that we got from our lovely friend Trash Baby Aya when they subscribed week before last. Speaking of which, follows, subs, and donations will cause things to happen in the game. So if you are feeling at all generous, give me shit. By which I mean money and also resources in the game. Thank you. That's my sales pitch. You don't get anything special for it, just...
You can financially support
there we go.
Gather by donating directly via Streamlabs. Doing so will even make the little bar at the top of the screen fill up, getting us closer to our current goal. For legal purposes, I have to say ask your parents for permission before using their credit card. But I'm not a cop, so do what you will, kiddos.
Thank you. Hurricane knows what's up. Hurricane knows what's up. Alright, so you're a novice farmer. I can't trade Emmer dudes to you yet. You're a master. You're a master. Do I have any other... No, I think I've actually leveled up almost everyone else. So, what do I need? Yeah, you're a master. I thought I had... Oh, I did master you up, Mr. Fletcher. Okay. So I don't really need to focus on any one of these villagers. I can just... Yes, people use the one ring to give bands to them. Oh, yeah. The one ring technique, but instead of the one ring, it is with a hollow 1x1 stud that you shave off the thick lower part so you can still move the arms back and forth. Let's just get a shit ton of apples. Let's just get a nonsense amount of apples. And we will then convert them into bone meal. No, I can't do anything with you. Come here, you. I want apples. Let's also do arrows, I guess? Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so I use arrows, right? I get a bunch of arrows. I can't get any more arrows. That's fine, because then I can use more Emmer dudes to get arrows of invisibility, and that'll heal my thing up as well. I have 32. I don't really need anything else from you. Let's sleep through the night real quick. Gata is allergic to chocolate. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tegan. I appreciate that. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. Okay. You will give me... Oh, you'll give me pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Oh, and cookies, which I also can't eat. Okay. So that's all my Emmer dudes, and my pick is almost completely healed. So let's go dump this into the Bone Mealomator 5000 and get to the Cobble Pod so I can then go and eat food IRL, and it'll be great. It'll be great.
Papa, does that mean you don't want any of this delicious chocolate milk?
No, I physically can't.
I scoured the internet, and other than the questionable images I found searching Sonic on DeviantArt, hear what I found. It's a fun fact.
Oh.
Did you know? Chickens can comprehend object permanence. When an object is taken away or hidden from view, chickens still know that object exists. Chicks as young as 2 days old have shown object permanence, whereas human babies don't develop this skill until they are 6 months old. Not many animals even have this ability at all.
Okay. That was odd, but alright. Welcome to the Cobblepod. Okay. Now then. Yeah, no, apples. It's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. All right, so we start digging this. Then we hit this. Reload the shaders. And now I go get a sandwich. So, entertain yourself for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a sandwich. What I miss? Anything good? I got myself a basic ham and cheese. My house, we like that honey ham. I ascended to a new plane of existence. Nice. It's just all right. I choked on my sandwich. A couple of things exploding your guts. Oh, ew. No, thank you. Please don't die from my bad jokes. I always knew that you would be the death of me. I just never knew exactly how. I always imagined like a fiery car crash. Not choking to death on a ham sandwich. Ugh. Just fucking Kool-Aid manning it through my walls. That was always how I imagined it going. Can you imagine me being arrested for stealing the big red concrete balls outside of a Target. And when asked why I was stealing multiple large concrete red balls from outside of a Target, my answer was to prevent my barn from being crashed into by a hedgehog driving a truck. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, building a series of large cobblestone balls around the cube as though it were a target would be very funny. Especially considering that it is surrounded by water. Has to be redstone cubes? You are correct. You are absolutely correct. I am almost finished my sandwich, and then we can actually have a conversation. I promise. I promise. Chewing as fast as I can. Sure I'm glad you guys decided to show up today. Listen to me chew a ham sandwich while I mine cobblestone. This is podcasting. Now this is VTubing, yeah, hell yeah. Yep. So looking into Lego Sonic, yeah? What about it? You're saying you're looking into Lego Sonic? Or you're asking about me? Here's my thing, right? I'm deeply, and I do mean deeply, disappointed with Lego Mario. I understand why they went the route they did. Looks like the Lego set from the one video game is going to be the worst to get. What do you? Oh, you mean Lego Dimensions? Oh, Lego Dimensions. Yeah. I don't care about Lego Dimensions. I actually have a number of Lego Dimensions sets that I have to fully piece together so I can sell them. Cause I don't give a shit about it. No one gives a shit about it. I am not going to be collecting that as part of my Sonic Lego collection. It is a unique minifigure, but consider I'm already going to have like 12 Sonics by the time I'm done with this. So I feel like I can skip one. I can skip one. It's fine. It's fine. But no, I am deeply disappointed with Lego Mario. I understand why they went the route they did. However, a minifigure adaptation is just objectively better. I don't care what the type is. I don't care what the subject is. Minifig adaptations are just superior in every way. Friends has its place. I really do not think that any IP should use the mini dolls. I want Luigi with the Woody length legs. Honestly, I would not be against that. Would not be against that one bit. Sorry, I just got pinged for stuff. So Lego Sonic already has a massive leg up as being a minifig adaptation. And also, I can forgive the blast pod mechanic because, you know, you gotta have a gimmick. And making Sonic go fast is like the point. For kids, being able to slam their hands down and have an obvious play function is very important. However, in actual experience, the rolling ball, the blast ball function only barely works. Like, it is not ideal. And from what I understand, kids get tired of it very quickly. With Lego Mario, there was a beepy boopy thing that they could like the mini course idea has legs to it, even if the actual implementation of it is not the most ideal way to have Mario. Whereas the Sonic sets, it's very much like it is less than the tops of Ninjago. Yeah, they couldn't even the play function isn't even as accurate or recreatable as the fucking Spinjitzu tops of OG Ninjago. I don't know. I feel like come Wave 2, they will have dropped the blast ball entirely. That's my vibe. They'll realize it's no longer a selling point, and maybe the sets will be compatible with the blast ball, but that's my only thing. I'm really glad they didn't try to shovel in or crank in a new interactable element for every Sonic character. I like how they have, like, if you hit things with the hammer, it'll make things happen in the Lego scene for Amy, but they didn't include, like, a rotating thing for Tails that makes it go up and down. They didn't include, like, digging spots for Knuckles. Like, the gimmicky bits are very much just for Sonic himself, and it's limited to Sonic himself. So they can use that sparingly as they want without it being required for every single set. That was a good design choice. I, as a Sonic fan, am more excited about the minifigures and the prints that come with them than I am about the actual content of the sets. Like the basic zone, the basic set where Sonic has a single loop-de-loop. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I get loop-de-loop pieces. Or the set where it's Sonic fighting against the Egg Robo. Like, yeah, the Egg Robo. That looks like how I remember it. But everything else is just like sly nods and not actually adapting anything from like the Sonic world. So it's kind of hit or miss, you know? My ideal collection would just to buy all of the minifigures, the pieces to make loop-de-loops, and then some green and nougat pieces to make the Green Hill Zone era ground. And there I go. That's my set. That's my display. Kids, though, kids don't care about that kind of stuff. So as far as I can tell, Sonic is selling like hotcakes. Kids love Sonic. He just looks like a character they want to know more about. Which has kind of been his modus operandi from the beginning, to be honest. Like, even back when there wasn't, kids should love Sonic. Yeah, he's a front for gambling. Why wouldn't they love him? Time to indoctrinate my niece. I feel like I shouldn't immediately say yes. I think my younger brother is a lost cause. Why? Is he one of them Fortnite kids? Speaking of Fortnite, did you guys know we're getting Fortnite Legos? And it's been confirmed they're gonna be minifigure scale? Yeah. Can I just for a moment talk about how fucking genius that is? Not for Lego in particular. Like, Fortnite is absolutely getting the better end of this deal, of this crossover. But just, it's so brilliant, right? Because Fortnite has stopped being a game about anything other than the crossover potential. Dragon Ball Z, DC Comics, fucking the Batman, right? The fun of Fortnite is now the fact that all of the characters that these kids recognize and like are showing up in the same game. And, like, the game itself is functional. It's a battle royale shooter, so, like, the kids are into that. But the crossover, it literally has become its own, like, Smash Brothers-esque ecosystem, where the fun isn't in playing the game, it's in playing the game and going, oh, I know that person. So when adapting Fortnite to toys, they've constantly run into this issue where their original content isn't as notable. Like, I recognize the basic Fortnite guy. I don't know anything about him. He's not a character to me. He's not even a mascot. He's just a default skin in the game where you can do Oppa Gangnam Style as Goku. But they can't get the rights to make toys of Goku in Fortnite because there are already Goku toys. However, if you were to put your original content, like the Battle Bus or whatever Tomato Town is, I don't personally know, into a system that already has a bunch of sets with those characters in it, you don't need to ask DC for permission to include Superman in your Fortnite Lego set, because Superman already has a Lego set and is probably already in the homes of the children who will then buy the Fortnite sets. Plus, with things like Sonic and Animal Crossing and any Disney idea ever having Lego sets of their own, that means that without having to actually agree to anything to have any contracts or money changing hands, Fortnite will just have kids associating Disney stuff with their products because they will have played with, I don't know, they'll have taken the CMF Robin Hood, given him a gun, and put him on the battle bus next to whatever the banana guy's name is from Fortnite. Like, it's brilliant. It's genius. And while Lego won't get as much of a boost from having Lego content in the Fortnite game, Lego doesn't own the rights to Rick and Morty or Dragon Ball Z, but there will be a bunch of impressionable young children who will experience Lego stuff next to those other things and make connections in their brains and neurons that they couldn't previously. Like, it's cynical and it's capitalistic, but from a marketing perspective, it's brilliant, and Lego should have done it like 2 years ago. They should have done that immediately. Lego was still feeling very burnt out by the failed collaboration with Overwatch, though, so I get why they didn't. But holy shit. If this lands well, it will be the holy grail for everyone involved. I might actually buy a battle bus now that I'm thinking about it. You know? I think it would be fucking funny. I don't even play Fortnite, but I would absolutely buy a battle bus Lego set and just kind of have it floating on some fishing wire in my house. Just for the fact that people will come in, be like, is that the battle bus? And then, there you go. I want the Overwatch 2 set. It's kind of expensive. Oh. They didn't make May, did they? Wasn't it Overwatch 1 they did sets with? Not Overwatch 2? Oh, it never got released. That's what it was. Okay. All right. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't recall there being a Mei minifigure in the wild. Alas. Another series that I do want to build is the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I don't want anything else. I just want the Mystery Machine and the crew as minifigures. But Velma and Daphne are incredibly expensive to get, and Fred's not really easy to grab either. So I don't really want the monsters. I literally just want Scooby and the gang and the Mystery Machine, and then I'll be content. The Scooby-Doo Lego sets were really were a big mistake, in my personal opinion. The lack of marketing and the price point became prohibitively expensive. By the time anyone who cared realized that there were Scooby-Doo Lego sets to collect, it was kind of over. So now they didn't remake a whole bunch of them. So now they're rare and desirable on the aftermarket. I want to say that Velma, a single Velma minifigure is down to $300. But she was as high as $8 at one point when I started paying attention, which is fucking wild. It doesn't help that their hair molds have not been used since. Not once. They made custom hair molds for the entire cast, and they have never been reused. Which is weird, because normally when LEGO makes bespoke features, it is with the intent of reusing them to make their money back later, and they did not make their money with Scooby-Doo. So I don't know what's up with that. Let me just check my phone real quick while I'm not doing anything with my hands. Ho ho. Wonder if there was a contract thing. I mean, there might have been, but I don't know. I don't know. Considering that Scooby himself, his minifigure, used a lot of bespoke molds, it might have just been an overarching, anything you make to recreate this IP cannot be reused elsewhere, and LEGO agreed, expecting Scooby fucking Doo to sell gangbusters. Which, you know, it didn't, but... Huh? Huh? Oh, wrong huh. I'll just ignore you.
Papa, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that pesky chat and their hedgehog.
I keep telling you not to do crimes! Stop doing crimes and then inventing fictional creatures to blame it on! God damn it! I ask for so little of you, and yet. Speaking of which, have you guys seen the amazing stop-motion animated short Scooby-Doo Gets Springtrapped? Have you seen that? Someone did a passion project, and yes, you have seen it. Okay. Unfortunately, the original did use AI voices, as it was in development before, like when the AI voice craze first hit, and they hadn't really realized like the logistics behind it, the ethical logistics behind it. But they did get it redubbed with real voice actors who were actually paid. So the original animation is still great. It's literally just a Scooby-Doo episode done in the old Rankin Bass style. I do believe it's still 3D animated, but it's very convincing. Of Scooby and the gang going to Freddy's Pizzeria and running away from Springtrap. And he is a saint in that manner. Honestly, yes. We love a good redemption arc, don't we, chat? Don't we, chat? Absolutely look it up if you have not seen it yet. I am in love with it. They capture the feeling of classic Scooby-Doo right on the head. And as someone who knows way too much about FNAF, seeing Springtrap seeing William Afton have to go through a bunch of Scooby-Doo-esque shenanigans and then fail to kill anyone is just so cathartic. It's so good. It's just so good. All right, I'm keeping an eye on my my pickaxe. We'll stop when it starts to die off. Yeah? Yeah. And then we'll go right back to the cube. We'll go right back to the cube. We will probably only be streaming for another hour or so, but that's fine. That's fine. One more stream, and we should be able to finish the cube. We are literally 5 layers away. Though the voice actress of the modern Daphne was a bit of a... Oh, I'm not going to say that out loud. In how she responded. Not wrong, but still not the best reaction. See, it's hard for me to say that anyone should react a certain way. AI voices, in particular, is really threatening an entire industry. And I don't know. I cannot blame anyone for any reaction, even if I feel it's over the top. Oh, she wanted to blacklist him. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. See, here's the thing. By the time the Springtrap short was released, it wasn't difficult to find out how AI was actually made and realize how unethical it was. Right? I don't think that they should have released the original short at all, and they should have waited until they had the money to hire voice actors. However, considering that... No, actually, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I am glad that the creator righted the wrong, but they still deserve the shit they got for the wrong in the first place. Indeed. Exactly. 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 I'm trying to think of what else I can bring up in conversation that's happened to me recently. I bought some books. I've got some books coming my way. Pardon me. He deserved the shit, but threatening to blacklist an up-and-coming animator? Yeah, a bit harsh. See, the thing is, I feel like anyone in an industry that is supporting AI deserves to be marked for life. That sounds harsh, but I absolutely agree that at this point, even up-and-comers, if they are using the technology that everyone is well aware is harmful and unethical and bad, and they defend it, then no, I don't think they should be worked with either. In this case, however, considering they immediately went to correct their wrong, I feel like we can give them a little bit of a pass. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who has a plugin on my Twitter account to automatically mark any blue checks that I encounter. Like literally any of them. I'm sorry even if you're a celebrity who was forced to have it. Like, I'm going scorched earth here. If you give Elongated Muskrat $8 for this experience, then you're an idiot, and I don't want to ever see you. Oh, speaking of social media, join our community Discord. Ho ho. Yeah. Yeah. I am bored. So let's stop doing this. Let's, don't mind me. Pardon me. Pardon me, out of my way.
My promise to you is that I will never recreate you in AI again.
You wanna run that back? You wanna, Hanbert? What are you saying? What are you trying to imply? Blastfight says, once I get home from this task of the day, I'll take pictures of my current display. I would love to see your Lego display. I would absolutely adore to see your Lego display. Please show me your Legos so I can salivate over them and then try to convince my wife to let me buy more. Ooh, excuse me, pardon me. Out of the way. I don't want to get shot.
My statement saying I will not create you in AI is resulting in questions already answered by my statement.
Don't know how I feel about that. Okay, guys, can we stop, perhaps? I'd like to not be shot to death. Thanks. See, the thing is, there's nothing inherently wrong with the concept of having a data bank, right? Of having a data bank of information which is then used to make a particular part of the creative process easier. I have nothing against, like, say, the Beatles using AI to extract pre-recorded vocals of their, their dead friend to create new content, provided they have given permission for that content. I have no issues with the team of Spider-Verse using AI to make the animation process easier because all of the data was based upon art and content that the company owned. Like, that's not an issue. If you as a creator say, I will sell my art to be part of this AI project to make a service for other people, that's its own thing. There's nothing inherently wrong with AI generators outside of the massive amount of energy they produce because blockchain and all that jazz and NFTs and that shit. But that's not how AI is used. That is not the current use case for AI, for anyone who is actually doing anything with technology. There is currently no public-facing resource that has been created in an ethical manner. It's the gall of prompt writers to call themselves artists. That's also the thing, right? Right? Like, it's bad enough that they are thieves. It's bad enough. Okay, right. Like, if there's a kid on TikTok who's made, like, a Patrick Star AI cover of a Hamilton song. I've seen that, right? And their defense is, lol, don't get mad about it. I'm just a little guy having fun. I can almost respect that more than the morons who are trying to convince themselves that what they do is on par with actual artists. The "we demand to be respected" part of the AI movement is honestly as bad, if not worse, than the initial theft of artwork itself. Like, if you're going to commit a crime, at least admit you're a criminal. Come on. But then, of course, these are the same morons who believe that just because they're talking to ChatGPT, that the AI is alive and real and going to kill them and their families. So, like, intelligence is kind of low on this scale. I shouldn't really expect too much. LMAO, God, I hated that. Hey, do you want to know? Do you want to know how old I was when I encountered AI and for a moment considered the possibility that it was real and thinking and a person like me? In 2006, when the first chatbot came out, And all it did was parrot phrases that it had heard from other people. It wasn't even like a full sentence generation. It literally just copy pasted lines of text that it had received from other people on the internet. Ugh, it sometimes just outright lies when making quotes. No, it just did what it was supposed. No, right. Lying implies a sense of malice and thought and forethought. It doesn't lie. It outputs things that are incorrect, which is different. Which is different than lying, you fucking numbnuts. The last time I considered that, hey, maybe this chat program I'm talking to is a real person was when I was fucking 14. These grown-ass adults have no excuse. Yes! Did you watch Legal Eagle's video on the GTP lawyer situation? Holy shit. Holy shit. I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard the entire time I was watching that video. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway. See, here's the thing. If we ever do reach a point where there is an artificial intelligence, right? Not an AI, because that word means nothing anymore. An actual artificial intelligence that replicates the brain patterns and mannerisms to a point where it is indistinguishable from a human person. Then we'll have other issues because we can't even give rights to the organic humans, much less the inorganic. But that'll be fine. I'll be all for human rights and relitigating things such as like creatives and how their work should be protected and consumed. But until that point, which we are not at, I must stress, this is just a whole bunch of nonsense. This is a whole bunch of nothing. This is a whole bunch of bullshit. We are in the stupidest fucking timeline. Just the stupidest fucking timeline. God damn. The only good news is that, and this is mostly wishful thinking, it feels like the AI bubble is going to burst, right? Like all of these companies, like the metaverse, right? Thank you. I'm so proud of me. Layer fucking done. We're so close. We're so close. Similar to the metaverse being like the tipping point for NFTs, these companies have invested so much fucking money. And the services they are now providing aren't worth a damn. They really are not worth a damn at all. We're still going to be seeing it pop up in like creative spaces. We're going to see movies still trying to use it. We're still going to see scams of it. But in terms of like the general populace accepting it, I feel like that ship has completely sailed. Like, it's just people don't want it. People don't fucking want it. It makes things objectively worse, and the general public is now reaching a point. Unfortunately, they're just less in the zeitgeist. I believe they're still being used a lot. I feel like it's worse than that. I feel like the bubble is going to pop in 2024. Where even the companies who put a lot of money into it and are desperately trying to prove that, trying to like say, I haven't been corn-cobbed, are going to realize it's a lost effort and ditch all that shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being... Would be good if it was ChatGTP OpenDI was near... would it be good if it does, comma, OpenAI was nearly completely wrecked. Yeah. What does absolutely piss me off, and this loops me back to how things... I talk a lot about things that are bad in the world, but I only get really riled up when it negatively impacts me personally. Every fucking Kickstarter, okay, not every fucking Kickstarter, 3 of the 4 Christmas-themed Kickstarters is exclusively generated using AI art. Why? Why? And they have the fucking gall to have a little addition on their like campaign page being like, we're going to be open with you about this. We have used AI art, but consider, we don't have the money to buy an artist, so what's worse? Us using AI art or this product not existing at all, and you not being able to give us money for this product? Wouldn't that be the worst scenario? Isn't my use of AI art justified? No! Fuck you, no! Fuck off, no! Jesus Christ! We're just ooh-woo little guys. We don't have money. Have you not seen the state of artwork in TTRPGs? Do you not know what a proper dice hound of a TTRPG fan will shell out for something made entirely of public domain pieces of artwork that don't match up? Are you fucking kidding me? All you have to do is write a good product, for fuck's sake. Me! There you go. There you go. They could have hand-doodled. They could have hand-drawn the artwork and it still would sell if the book was any good. Like, fuck off with that. Fuck off with that. People will buy games that are, people will buy SRDs. People will donate money for a text-only version of a rule system or supplement if they believe enough in the product. Like, art isn't needed. One of my favorite supplements, which is an OSE supplement for converting the class system into like a multi-class JRPG system, has a single piece of artwork on the cover. They spent maybe $120 plus whatever additional fees for making it a print product to commission a single artist to make one piece of art, put it on the front cover, and then there you go. That's the product. And people buy it because the product is good. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I have been on that Christmas shit, though, guys. I have been trawling through various TTRPG groups, picking up various pieces of Christmas homebrew and compiling all the PDFs into a single folder. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm thinking very hard about Farmer Gada's ideal Christmas TTRPG adventuring setting. It's just just everything that I like about Christmas stuffed into one. It's mostly 5e homebrew, I'm gonna be honest with you. But like, I don't know. I'm at a weird point with 5e homebrew where I'm realizing that even if mechanically it will never match what I actually need, a lot of people put a lot of creative effort into making their 5e homebrew, and I can't really discount that. It definitely should have been done because I want to play my half-drow monk in the deep of winter. Listen. 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 Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, actually, no, I don't. I personally don't want drow or monks anywhere near my table for various reasons. You do you. However, Baldur's Gate 3 got me hyped. I was flirted with by a customer at my night job. And I did not recognize that it was flirting. And I guess I hit them with that autistic riz, because my initial response, I'm not gonna tell the whole story again, but essentially, stereotypical homosexual flounces up to my window, to my desk, and asks me, so, what do you do for fun? And I, who was busy like counting money, said, oh, I build Lego sets and go back to what I'm working on. I guess that wasn't a deal breaker for this guy. Because he takes a sip of his fruity drink and he says, correct me if I'm wrong, but you look like someone who is enjoying playing Baldur's Gate 3. You may think I'm exaggerating the tone. No. He really did talk like this. Kind of suggestive, in a way. I responded with, actually, I have something of a one-sided blood feud with Wizards of the Coast. But, from what I understand, it's a very well-made video game. This also did not deter this gentleman, who, once the transaction was complete, said, well, wish me luck, takes a long drag of his visibly fruity alcoholic beverage, and turns to walk away, but does so by rotating his upper body to maintain direct eye contact for as long as possible before he sashayed away. And when I say sashay, I need to stress this, guys. I will sometimes exaggerate stories for the betterment of the telling. I mean full hip swing sashay this man did away from my counter. At which point it did hit, oh my god, he was trying to come on to me and I had no fucking idea. My wife, when I told her this story, interrupted me halfway through and said, honey,
Can't believe I did not get another papa.
You would not have gotten a papa, but that individual wanted me to call him daddy. That was the vibe. That was the vibe of that interaction. But my beautiful wife interrupted me and said, well, if you ever find yourself wondering if you're really autistic and not just faking it, you now have an answer. I'm like, thanks, babe. Thanks. Thanks, darling. Thanks. All right. I still have plenty of cobble in my inventory. I don't need to go replenish it just yet. All right. The ad is in progress, so I've calmed down. Wait for it. And... welcome back. Welcome back to all of those who had to watch an ad. Lol, 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 lol. If you would like to see fewer ads, I can't help you. Because technically speaking, subscribers aren't supposed to see any ads. And we all know how well that's working. So, giving me money doesn't solve the problem. Alas. Alas. One of the funniest things about Christmas, going back to that, by the way, is how it's literally... oh, what did Jess say then? Sorry? Oh, she said, if you've ever wondered if you're really autistic and not just like making it up for attention, well, now you have an answer. I'm like, thanks, babe. Thanks, honey. Thanks, the love of my life. Fucking putting me on blast. The thing is, I will never date someone who comes to my day job simply because I feel like that is incorrect. There is an odd power imbalance there at play. I do not think I would like to ever date someone who openly hits on service workers. On the flip side, if any of the queer individuals who my wife has blurted out, "Oh my God, you're beautiful," to while shopping, would like to follow up on that, they have my blessing. My wife, whenever they see any attractive individual, cannot hold it in and just says it out loud, and it is the cutest fucking thing, because it's never like an objectifying way. It's more like my wife like realizing, "Wow, I find you attractive," and it's just blurting it out, and they always blush and go, "Oh, thank you." Well, I'm cackling in the background, because then my wife is embarrassed because she's like, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, please." One time, next time in Florida, if someone says that, I will know it was Jess. Yeah. Just look for the middle-aged twink losing his goddamn mind next to her. She cannot help it. My wife is very gay, and she needs to verbalize it to the world. One time, a capital L lesbian was invited to our house. When I say capital L, I mean like Instagram level, fucking makeup. What is it? Eye wings that could kill a man. Eyeshadow? No. Butcher femme. Very femme. Eyeliner. That's it. Eyeliner that could kill a man. Right? Just wowzers. Prepared for the runway. Was invited over to our house. And I'm like, "Oh, cool, neat. A new friend to join our weekly interaction of friends." Because we had Wumbo Wednesdays once upon a time, where the whole friend group would get together, order pizza, and just chill out for a night. So new person's invited. And my wife is at work. My wife comes home, closes the front door behind her, turns around, and then immediately slams her whole body back against the door as if she has been struck, because she turns around and sees this incredibly attractive, conventionally attractive individual sitting on her couch. And in a state of utter shock, she goes, "You're gorgeous!" All conversation stops. The individual in question goes, "Thank you." And then my wife runs to our bedroom and slams the door. Yeah, absolute bi panic. I follow her in and go, "Hey babe, you good?" And she goes, "I can't face them. I don't even know their name." That was their introduction. They had never met my wife. My wife had never met them before. They were in her house and she immediately explodes. Just, oh my God. It was so fucking funny. I love my wife so much. I love Jessica so much. All right, I've already eaten all I need to eat. Wow, I might kill her then. That is true. That is very true. Blessed power couple. Aw, you think we're a power couple? Thank you. I think that we are both equally hot messes. We just happen to be good at being a hot mess together. You see. All right, how many more layers do we have? We're working on... Woo! Run, Boomer! Run away! Ah! Raglan! Oh. He will be missed. eat it in honor. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. I would never consume the flesh of my good friend Raglan, even in a survival scenario. Eyes emoji. Got a crying Raglan. Oh no! I'm Raglan. Pass the butter. No, no, no. I would not eat my good friend Prince Raglan. I don't think he'd be very filling. All things considered. Okay. That's all that. How are we doing? Oh, we still got quite a bit of this layer to go. I think we can definitely finish layer 4. But the layer 5 of 4, rather. But I think we're not gonna have enough. Layer 60. Yes, we are on layer 60. But if we have 5 layers left, including the one that we're on, then this would be layer 5. The one above it is layer 4. Then 3, 2, 1. The final layer. Alright. No, go into my hotbar, please. Thank you. There we are. I cannot believe we are so fucking close. So fucking close. It's been a long, long journey, this. A long, difficult, excruciating journey. But soon our torment. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been approximately 240,000 blocks, I believe. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's how long of a road it's been. God, what do I even do with my life after this? You know? Like, what could I possibly build to top this? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except, of course, you know, just adding more doodads to this in order to make it more... A 65 by 65 cube. True. So fucking true. So fucking true. That would, in fact, top this achievement. I say as though I've actually completed it. Knock on wood. I might die before I finish this, you know? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I spent all this time building a 64 by 64 cube and I get to the final layer and then die under tragic circumstances? If that won't turn me into a specter of some sort, I don't know what will. There is not much more unfinished than that, you know? I go to place a final block down. The stream completely cuts out. The server deletes itself? True. True. No, thankfully I have backups of the server in various states, so... For once, I am doing a semi-regular backup of the server in which I am creating things on. Mostly because other people use it, and I do not want to disappoint those other people. I would log on and finish the cube for you, Gata. Thanks, Tegan. Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you. Tegan be like, my good friend Gata's soul shall be laid to rest. You approach divinity, and the game must punish you for your hubris. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm just gonna keep doing this alternating thing because it's interesting, I think. It takes a little longer, but I find it interesting. When you're doing something this stupid, you really gotta find a way to entertain yourself a little bit. For me, that's been yelling about Five Nights at Freddy's for the most part, which I will not do today. Nothing new has happened. I have no opinions on it. Don't worry, you're all safe. I returned to Twitter day before yesterday. I returned to Twitter the day before yesterday, and oh my god, do I not miss it. I've been using Blue Sky, I've been using Tumblr, I've been using my personal channels, and I've been feeling an odd disconnect from the communities that I previously got a lot of attention from. So I was like, you know what? At this point, everyone is still just using Twitter. I'm not gonna download it onto my phone, but I'm definitely going to be posting, I'm going to be cross-posting things to it when I post them to my other social medias. Simply because not being active means that no one knows that I exist, which is kind of not helpful for what I am trying to do with my life. So I bit the bullet, and I went back to Twitter. And oh my god, I had like 3 different discourses blasted directly into my eyeballs within minutes of being there, and none of it fucking matters. None of it is at all important. The Nick Cage FNAF movie is better. I would argue with you on that. Yeah. It's something. I don't know if better is the ideal way to word it, but it's definitely something. I don't know. The FNAF movie is far from perfect, but it's perfect for a FNAF movie, if that makes sense. Whatever. I don't miss Twitter. I do miss seeing all the art, though. Yeah. I'm working on finding my artists again on Blue Sky. Specifically, people in, like, Japan have not been moving to the same places that English-speaking artists are moving to. So there's a massive disconnect. I'm glad I always manage to curate my Twitter experience. Good for you. Hola, mi amigo. Hello. Hello, Mercury. Hello, Ren. Welcome in, welcome in. I have never seen a discourse on my Twitter. Okay, so just me then. Just me then. So I think that's still a you problem, Gata. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, then maybe I've just been using it wrong. Okay. Tegan going for the jugular. In all the years that I have known Tegan, and it has been years, by the way, Tegan has never, not once, chosen to pass on the jugular if it is presented to her. She is, if anything, efficient and opportunistic. I have been in Florida for almost a decade now, which is really fucking weird, because it means that I can now say with certainty that specific parts of my life have been a part of my life for a decade. Jesus Christ. My issue with Blue Sky is the mobile app doesn't do updates like Twitter does. Like, I miss posts. Yes, absolutely. There are some ways to negate that slightly, but it is very much blink and you miss it. Which isn't a problem for a website like Tumblr, where sharing of posts, even if they only just slightly interest you, means that posts are being regurgitated across multiple timelines for... Oh, Henbert, would you...
That's the phone.
Yeah.
I bet it's another political survey.
I hope not.
Eggshell Acres, Farmer Gadda's barn. Henbert here. Listen to the sound of my voice. Do I sound like the kind of chicken willing to put up with this nonsense? Yes? Well, fair enough, you've got me. I'll tell him. The 1990s called. They said they want their taste in pop culture back.
Hey! Hey! Simmer down. Simmer down. Jesus Christ. I need to find more things for him to insult me with. His normal staple of insults are getting stale. I managed to get a discount on Humblewood by Hitpoint Press. Y'all remember Humblewood? It's a 5e setting guide for playing as bird people in a mythical forest. Burbs, yes. They had a Black Friday sale, and I'm at the point where I'm willing to buy 5e products. Oh, hello? Dory's last brain cell cheered 10 bits. Reminder you're doing great. I'm so proud of you for being here. Well, thank you, Dory's last brain cell. And look at this. I got 10 emeralds for it. Thank you so much. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I've seen sponsored YouTube videos before. Yeah, true. I'm at a point where I am willing to spend money on products that are designed for 5th edition if I know that I will get something out of it. And also it's not full price. Like, I might end up buying the Fool's Gold campaign guide just because of how much I love the Fool's Gold campaign. Not because I want to run it in 5e, but because, like, I don't know. I am capable of taking imaginary ideas and converting it to whatever system I want. It sounds like I've given up. Christ alive, I forgot you had confetti creepers. Yeah? Are you awake now, Ren? Are you awake? Huh? Are ya? I still think that 5th edition is a fucking blight on the TTRPG community. However, nothing I do is going to make it go away. Wizards has already shot themselves in the foot. More people than ever are playing other games. It has a monopoly, but that monopoly is shaky, and I don't foresee them managing to pull back the same people, especially with how this whole 1D&D nonsense has been going about. Like, ignoring the OGL, just the marketing of and the materials surrounding 1D&D has been very obfuscated, and actually the VTT, a beta of the VTT is accessible to a handful of people, and right now it looks like a fucking mess. So, I don't know. I don't foresee 5e retaining or managing to head back towards its peak. I think we're on a downward trend here. That's just me, though. At most, it'll reach a point where D&D is officially no longer supporting 5e, but 5e is still a Kickstarter buzzword. So a bunch of products coming out are still listed as 5e, despite D&D no longer actually profiting off of it because they're stupid. And I hate them. Hasbro not actively ruining my hobbies challenge. Impossible. Yeah. Which brings me back to my heartbreaker. Will it unseat 5e? Absolutely not. Will it allow me and my friends to do the vague idea of things that people associate with 5e without it actually being 5e? Probably. Will there be Sonic furries? Yes. Why would you even ask that? Are you insane? Have you met me? Of course there will be Sonic furries there. What's the point of anything if I can't be a neon-colored Sonic furry? Come on, come on.
There will always be Sonic furries.
There will always be Sonic furries. So, what I'm doing, we're going to talk about game design here now. For the past 2 years, I've been making what has, all you had to say was, there will be furries. But there's specifically the rubber hose Sonic variant. I'm still debating whether or not I want rippling abbed werewolves or cat girls. Unsure. I imagine I'll just leave it up to table's taste. By which I mean, if it has none, then yes, those things will be there. Got him. Of course. Rippling ab cat girl? Ayo. Ayo. But no, for the last year and a half, for the first year and a half, the focus of my Heartbreaker was to create a Lasers and Feelings hack with opinions, where I took all of the stuff that I liked about TTRPGs and hitched them to a framework that was very much not meant for campaign play. Lasers and Feelings works really great for one-shots or for establishing and emulating a very specific vibe in a short series, but it is not meant for long-form play. It has no support for those things, and honestly, it gets really tiresome after a while. So, the current version of the game pulls a lot from the fucking what's it called? Nova uses it. It's not Lunar System, is it? Hold on. Hold on, let me just... let's see. No, not Lapis Lunaris, but cool. But also go for Lapis Lunaris. It was the Nova SRD by Gila RPGs. So let me pull that up real quick. Lumen, that's what it is. Okay, the Lumen system. Yeah, the Lumen system, which was originally meant to be for pen and paper like Valorant, like quick loot-based games. I've taken a lot of inspirations from that. I've taken a lot of inspirations from Caltrop Core by Titanomaki RPG. Titanomaki RPG. There we go. Also known as Lex, which is the SRD that I based my roleplay game Swing on, by the way. So we're talking low numbers. We're talking quick, simple move-based combat. We're talking dice pools for stats as opposed to comparing to a number, yes or no. Scaling successes with variant outcomes depending on the specific action. So for example, you have the core, where if you roll a 5 or a 6, you succeed at your action with no qualms. However, if that action happens to be an attack and you happen to be using a sword that has an extra doodad on it, when you roll that 5 or 6, it triggers the sword's ability and changes the outcome of the roll. So everyone knows what the generic outcome of the roll will be the moment it is rolled. The entire table will know, but the details from specific abilities and gear will then be activated like fucking trap cards. So you can still do the fun, funky, tactical thought stuff like you do in 5th edition without needing to have the combat system be a whole-ass war game. It's also very much Paper Mario, to the point where I'm actively using the stats for enemies from Paper Mario in the work in progress like Bestiary. One of the things that I'm seriously considering to avoid having creatures that are good and playable versus creatures that are evil and deserve to die is to not have specific races that you pick, and instead having the bestiary simply be, if you encounter a character of this type and they want to fight you, this is how the GM will run them, and then you can extrapolate your character race from those options. So there won't be a difference between the Goomba character choice and Goombas as they appear in the bestiary. If you want to play a Goomba, use the information given to you from the bestiary and make your choices based on that. That's where I'm currently going with the design. All right, I am going to finish up these last 2 stacks, and then we're probably going to head off for the night. I am tired, and I have some, the crow. I have some duties to attend to, you see. It is my day off, meaning that if I don't clean the house now, it won't get clean. So all right, on the last stack. Aww, I know, you like listening to me talk. It's fine, don't worry about it. Because I started late, I will not be doing Stardew Valley tonight. Car BS done for now. Congratulations, Blastflight. I am proud of you. I'm happy for you. Good job. Great job, even. Oh, we had car troubles. You want to hear about that? Well, maybe one more stack. Maybe one more stack. Now you're getting treats? Let's do one more stack so I can tell you about the car troubles. Yes, new car troubles. It's been fixed. However, oil and filter change. Congratulations. So we bought this new truck, and it worked great. However, and I hadn't verbalized this to anyone, well, we figured it out because of how excited we all were about the new car. Oof. The day after we took it off the lot, it started giving us an error message. It said, check engine. Oh, actually, that was all the cobble. That was actually all the cobble. Huh. Well, until I finish this story, I guess we'll just have to farm. Let me go over to where the farming happens, and we'll get to it. Let me start with all this over here. I should probably tear this down, if I'm being honest with myself. All right. So, the day after we get the new truck, it starts giving us an error message. It says, check engine. which is, you know, just what it says whenever you've hit a certain milestone for miles. So we're like, yeah, it's probably fine. And then it says, warning, engine overheating. Please idle engine. And we went, ha ha ha, what? The thing was, it would do that even when we were going at a slow speed, like 11 miles an hour. It would randomly say, your engine is overheating. Gotta check engine isn't a milestone counter? Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. So we call them and we say, hey, we bought a car from you yesterday and we're already having some issues. We want you to look it over and to verify what the problem is. Of course, the unspoken is, and we don't want to pay for it because you just sold us this fucking car. And they say, okay, well, since you just bought it from us and it was used, we're going to need to elevate this to someone higher up to let you know, to verify that we'll service it for free, because we can't just say, yeah, we'll give you free service. We're too low on the totem pole. And we're like, well, that's fine. So transfer us. So they transferred us. And we left a message. And to this date, we have yet to see or hear from this person. We don't know who it is, who is supposed to give us this permission. Because they never called us back. Not once. Not once. We called them a second time. In fact, we called we called the front desk first. Then we called the actual, like, the phone that connects to where they fix the cars, saying, hey, we're having this issue and we can't contact your, like, district manager or whatever. And they said, oh shit, okay, so here's what you're gonna do. We need you to schedule an appointment. So we're gonna connect you to the receptionist for scheduling an appointment, and we'll hopefully be able to see you in the next couple of day or two.
Wheat.
Indeed. Wheat. So we say, okay, finally, we're getting somewhere. They connect us to a phone. It is a different answering machine. We leave a message requesting they call us back to schedule an appointment. We don't hear from them. Finally, Jessica says, enough of this. And we drive in. Mind you, it's been like almost a week at this point. We're on the phone. We're waiting for them to respond to us. It's a whole thing. We finally just go back to the location. We said we're going to make ourselves a problem. We walk in and we tell the receptionist very politely that we have been trying to get the car that we just bought from them serviced from the day we bought it, and no one is answering our calls or responding to our voicemails. And bless the receptionist's heart, she's just doing her job. She says, okay, let me go and physically get my manager to come speak to you about what we can do. And we said, okay, thank you. So a very apologetic manager who has no idea why district manager person is ignoring phone calls and seems very upset about it. So, you know, maybe that's a thing. Says, listen, guys, you can just come here and we will take a look at your vehicle. Like, we'll diagnose what the problem is. And if it's something that we should have checked or found, then yes, we will fix it. Basically covering their ass, like, if we had fucked with the vehicle, they don't want to be responsible for it, which is fair. Which is absolutely fair. However, the manager says, unfortunately, as this is the holiday weekend, all of the mechanics have already gone home and will not be back until Monday. So we throw up our hands and say, fine. So they say, Monday morning, call them directly, tell them my name, and I will verify that they are to schedule you for the very next day. And we go, great. Okay. Swell. So I do that. And I get a guy, mind you, my wife is at work, right? So she's like, I can't call them right now. I have my day job. You need to call them. I'm like, okay, sure. I'll call them since I don't work until later. So I call them and I wait and I wait and I finally get a person. I finally get a mechanic. They don't pick up. No. They pick up and they say, okay, yeah, no, absolutely. Let me transfer you to who does our scheduling so you can schedule that appointment. And I'm like, wait! And they transfer me back to the same person who didn't fucking call me back the second time we called to try to get this thing sorted out. So I'm like, ugh. So finally, my wife just walks in. She walks in and she says, this is the problem. This is everything we've done. My car keeps telling me that the engine is going to explode and I want it fixed, please. So finally, they say, absolutely, we'll see you right now, free of charge. It'll only take about 20 minutes for them to figure out what's wrong. It takes an hour. They come back and they say, oh, well, it turns out that we didn't, release the air in the coolant before we gave it to you. So, no, we ran out of cobblestone and I'm telling a story about a car while farming. They said, oh yeah, no, our mechanics just forgot to, air out a line or something. There was an air bubble in the line. We'll take care of that. And, she said, sure. So she waits 2 more hours. And they say, actually, we think what might have happened is they didn't put any coolant in the vehicle before selling it to you. It wasn't that there was air in the pipes. It was that there was nothing but air in the pipes. So they say, we'll fix that in just a jiffy and get it back to you. Another hour passes. My wife is there for almost 5 hours. They have no shuttle service. She has to sit in their cold fucking office waiting for them to finish their vehicle. She can't go get anything to eat. Their coffee machine is broken, so she can't even make herself a cup of fucking bad coffee. And finally they come back and say, so here's the thing. We kinda want to experience this outside of this scenario, so we're gonna keep your vehicle overnight and do a cold start in the morning just to make sure we've diagnosed it correctly. Fine. Fucking fine. You can do that. That's great. That's swell. By all means. As long as the vehicle is fucking fixed. So they keep it overnight. Jessica gets a ride home. And the next day, my roommate Seth takes her in on his way to work. She is there the moment they open and saying, hi, I'm your problem again. What the fuck is wrong with the truck that I just bought from you? And they, very sheepishly, admit that no, they hadn't forgotten the coolant. They just didn't notice that there was a leak in the coolant tank, which means that they put coolant in it. It just completely drained itself before they sold us the car. So they had to replace the coolant tank because it was actively, it leaked all of the coolant out that they put at it, which is why they wanted to keep it overnight. They wanted to verify that they had sold us a shitty coolant car. So, yeah, that's fixed. It also means that we know for a fact the coolant, all the coolant pipes apparently, and the container have all been time to make yourself more of a problem. No. As of right now, the issue has been fixed. No one died. I'm not happy, but we are unironically telling all of our local friends not to go for them. Like do not give these people your business. Like holy shit. Holy shit. So that's what's been happening for the past week. And I've been keeping kind of quiet about it, not because I wanted to like hide it or anything, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 90% of the stories I tell you is something going wrong with my car. You, my loving, beautiful audience, have given me at least $2,000 combined dollars to help me fix my various vehicles. I could not look you in the metaphorical eyes and say, you'll never guess what happened to me this week. The car broke again. The car broke for the first time. The car was broke when we bought it, apparently. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm gonna sleep real quick so I'm not surrounded by monsties. No monsties for Gata, thanks. But yeah, that's my story. That's my story. It was dead on arrival on arrival. It wasn't dead. It's fine. It was fixed. It just kind of sort of maybe drove around with no coolant for a week. You know, as one does. I will simply make myself the biggest problem they've ever had. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Hopefully the saga is over. The thing is, right, we very well could have had her brother diagnose it on his own. Like, there was nothing stopping us from just saying, hey, Bubba, will you come look at our car? Right? But because the issue happened the day after we purchased it, we were like, no. We're not gonna pay. We're not gonna pay for something that is clearly not our fault. This isn't normal wear and tear on the vehicle. Like, fuck that noise. So yeah. Let me grab all this sugarcane. Unfortunately, Allegro, that was the last story that I intended to tell before I ended the stream. LMAO. Sorry, you only showed up at the tail end of it, as it were. The fish tail end of it. Eh? Is that anything? Is that? Oh, my phone died. Well. In that case, goodbye. Exactly. Let me see who we know who's streaming right now, who I can send you guys off to. And I will be back tomorrow morning for Good Morning Gata, playing some more Sonic, because I have not yet. Oh, right, I can't use. I still have to update my Firefox before I can log into my Twitch, which is nonsense, but whatever. All right, let's go to twitch.tv. Not /ImpossibleCoin, you fool. Just the regular twitch.tv. Impossible Coin is not streaming right now. If only they were, but they're not. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who do we know who is streaming? We got... Oh, Simply Press Start is playing Animal Crossing back on my day one island. Oh shit, yeah. Okay. Let's go fucking let's go raid Simply Press Start. They're playing Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow morning with a cup of coffee for Good Morning Gata. We'll be playing more Sonic. And give him a yeehaw. Give him a good old yeehaw. And I will see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Why will it not let me click the right button? Oh, there we go.